Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen and I am a Dragon Witch. And I had some help to become a Dragon Witch. To be very honest, I did not believe in dragons to begin with. The day before I was awakened, I didn't believe in dragons. And so are so many people in this world. What kind of an evidence that do we have for the existence of dragons? Never mind if what I feel or what we feel is the dragon. There is so much doubt going on. And that is, of course, very natural to have doubt. But if you don't let the dragon in completely, you cannot be completely inside of your dragon's path. You really 100% need to know it, that your dragon is by your side. Like I said, if I had a dragon mentor, a very good woman, a woman who could see and feel my dragon. I also, whenever I closed my eyes, I could feel and see the dragon everywhere around me. There was an energy that was surrounding me. But every time I could see, I could think about the dragon. That is something that I could feel, but I didn't say to anything because I know how it sounds. What kind of an evidence do we have here on Earth of the existence of dragons? That is just rational thinking. I'm not taking something without being sure of what we are, following. But the moment that I came to realize that everything that I could feel is real and see is real is the moment that my mentor said that there was indeed a dragon by my side. I didn't tell this to anyone. That was the moment that my doubt was broken. And doubt is something that every one of us have, and understandably so. Because, yeah, like I said, we are surrounded in this world with humans. And these humans, all of them, most of them, have a different kind of background, different kind of religion, different kind of spiritual ideas. It's all based on humanity. Everything that humanity does is all based on humanity. So you might even not even understand there is a path that you can follow something that is not at all human. There is a quote that I want to share with you. Normally I don't want to share movie quotes, and especially not fantasy movie quotes, but this is something that you need to understand. Even imagine yourself. Imagine that the dragon is not real. The dragon is just fantasy or not real. Even then, even if that is the case, I would still be on the dragon's path. The reason why is because your mind is so strong that it can be created inside of your mind. And that is where the quote comes from. Of course, it's happening inside of your head. That doesn't mean it's not less real. That it's not real. Comes from Harry Potter, but it's actually very strong to let you understand that even if it's not real, because I have also doubts because of all of these religions, like I said, with Jesus and all, maybe he never was real, but he became real in this world because of all of these people. The same reason can be also done with the dragon. The dragon has been seen in every corner of the world, everywhere. And everywhere they described the dragon somewhere similar, with kind of differences. And everyone knew who the dragon was, even though they didn't know it from each other. That should have been a proof already that the dragon has been here. But even then, it's very important to know that doubt is a killer. Doubt is the dragon slayer. The dragon, but I had doubt as well. Before I entered that shop, that store, with that woman saying that I have a dragon by my side, I also had doubt. So much of it. I did not believe what was going on. It was overwhelming. It was pure chaos. But out of the chaos, you create your own path. And that is eventually what I did. It was meant to be that I had a confirmation about the dragon by my side. And that is, of course, this is not going to happen with all of us. But with this, I just want to say, even just imagine yourself that the dragon is indeed not real. That the dragon is just made up out of maybe dinosaurs. They mistake dinosaurs for dragons and things like this. Could be. Always thinking rationally. Always thinking with a clear head. Never just take something and just take it for granted. Just ask yourself questions all the time. Ask it. But your doubt need to be killed, destroyed. And to do so, you need to experiment. Experiment with what you can do. For example, I'm going to give you an example what you can do with an experiment. Everyone thinks of, when they think of, most of the time, when people think of dragons, they think of fire. Fire, for example. Fire is seen that dragons are fire breathers. In fact, in reality, dragons are one with every element. But fire, I use it all the time inside of my rituals. The reason for that is because whatever was awakened was actually dragon fire. It's another word for dragon spirit. It never goes out. This goes out. This is gone. But your fire never goes out. It's eternal. It's eternal fire of Fafnir that lives inside of you. You can do so much with this. For example, you can bless your fire. You can just make physical fire into dragon's fire by simply blessing it. How to bless it, touch it, go over it, and just talk with the dragon on that fire. Make it seem like it's some kind of a portal. It becomes a portal. That fire becomes a portal. So with this, for example, you will feel your own fire as well, and maybe you won't be doubting yourself that much, because like I said, it needs to die on the dragon's path. You need, whenever you are on the dragon's path, believing in dragons is actually kind of essential. You have to do it, but because or else you might lose your dragons, or else it might lose your entire dragon eye. It's the meaning that you are reunited together with your dragons, and doubt only pushes it away. So that is also what I did. I pushed the dragon away, even sometimes unknowingly, because of the doubt that I had. And I didn't want to go on the dragon's path in the beginning, even though I wanted it. I wanted to, but on the other hand, I knew how it sounds with people, because I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think rationally, with logic. So how will people react on this? I was always busy with this. I knew that this was going to change my life, not only with the people around us, but with just everything. It changes all of it. Also your perspective on the world, everything changes. I knew that this was going to happen. And I knew that there also is, there is too much happened. Too much, for example, paranormal activity, things that happened actually in my favor, that was actually impossible to happen. But in this world, it was because I was guided by the dragon. It's not a coincidence, or it's not something that I was mistaken in. No, I was guided in that direction. But even then, even if you don't believe, what if you don't believe in dragons? What happens then? If you don't believe in dragons, just think about that quote. Of course, it's all happening in your head, but that doesn't make it any less real. It's really happening. Like every single religion, I don't even believe in it. But because there are so many people following it, giving it energy, it's very much real, and it's very much effective on people's life. That is the same thing with the Dragon's Path. The Dragon's Path stands for freedom, stands for being yourself, a search for yourself. The Dragon's Path stands for all of that. In a way, this path is searching you for connecting you with, this way, your dragons. Some people say I shouldn't hold the dragon's eye upside down, because that is not upside down. This is where the dragons are, this is where you are, and together you connect to each other. But yeah, doubt, it needs to go away, and you need to work on that. Of course, for everyone else, this is going to be a different kind of work. So what I can recommend, it's a recommendation, just to let it be clear, everything that I say is recommended. It's not a law that you need to follow, of course not. No one can tell you what to do. But if I can say to you, try to experiment with what you can do. And while you are experimenting, think of that quote. It's all in your head, but it's very much real. And that is where you have to lose that doubt. And with experimenting with magic and things like this, you might see confirmation of the energy that you hold within. Everything that stands, everything that holds with the dragon, everything that has to do with the dragon. Whenever you are just looking at the image of a dragon, whenever you are looking at the image of a dragon, it should be enough to let your dragon magic work. Everything happens with your instincts and your emotions. Everything happens there. It's from there on that your magic is starting. And with simply by looking at an image of the dragon, everything can happen. So I'm not here to convince humanity of the existence of dragons. I couldn't care less, so that people would become some kind of religion or something like this. I don't want that. It's always going to be a free spirituality to wherever you do whatever you want. But you have to just let. I'm not here to let people convinced. The people, not also with people who are interested in the dragon. That is up to you. That is your path. So you have to lose your doubt in the way that you see fit. That is the same thing that I did, but I was more like guided, like for example in that store, and with everything that happens that I couldn't ignore, everything that I could feel, my dreams, my meditations, everything was just pointing out the dragon, everything. I was guided to it, but I know that so many people won't be guided into losing that doubt that same way. They lose that doubt to believe in dragons. So you want to be on the dragon's path, but you don't believe in dragons. That is actually kind of, like I said, it's kind of essential to believe in dragons if you follow the dragon. It's kind of essential to that. It's not kind of, it's essential point. It's but we are humans and we are all thinking of, to lose that doubt is a path in itself. To lose that. And I might say that even in the beginning of your path, you might do things for the dragon without believing in the dragon. But you have to just sit down, relax, feel the energy around you, feel and close your eyes. Maybe you will see the dragon just the way as I did. But there are many ways, many different kind of ways to lose that doubt. But you just have to remember that quote. I know it's silly, it's from a fantasy movie, but remember that quote. It's actually very important. Even if it's all fake, even if the dragon isn't real, it's still real because it's inside of your head. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.